Why do some women leave men who seem perfect? Men who are kind, men who are loyal, men who give their time, attention, and care? And yet, she walks away, sometimes for someone who seems to offer less. This can feel confusing and unfair. But here's the truth. It's not about effort. It's not about being good enough. The real reason is about 7 deep needs that every woman has. These needs are so hidden that most women can't even fully explain them. That's why you hear things like, "I don't feel the spark anymore. I just need space." It's not you, it's me. What she's really saying is, these needs are not being met. Here's the hard part. The man she ends up choosing often satisfies these needs easily, without trying, without knowing, without struggle. Today, you'll learn exactly what these 7 needs are. You'll discover how to notice when she's searching for them. And most importantly, you'll see how to become the kind of man who naturally fulfills them without chasing, begging, or changing who you are. When you understand the 7th need, everything will make sense. You'll see why some men are chased, admired, and wanted, while others get ignored even though they do everything right. If you want to know more, like this video now so it reaches more people. Before we go on, let me be clear. I didn't invent these rules. They already exist, whether you accept it or not. Women respond to these needs naturally, and other men are already meeting them, probably with women you wish were yours. The difference is this. I'll show you how to meet these needs with honesty and respect, not tricks, not control. Real connection, real attraction. If your goal is to trick or harm, stop reading now. If your goal is to grow, understand, and truly connect, then keep going. Need number 1. Make her feel wanted, not just loved. Many good men make the same mistake. They confuse love with desire. They say, "I love you." They give gifts. They are kind, loyal, and supportive. But still, something is missing. They don't make her feel truly wanted. Love gives her safety. Desire gives her excitement. Both are important, but desire is what keeps the spark alive. When a woman feels loved, she feels secure. When she feels desired, she feels attractive, feminine, and alive. Without desire, love can slowly turn into comfort. And comfort alone is not enough to keep attraction strong. So, how can you show desire without being inappropriate or too much? Here are 3 simple ways. 1. Use your eyes. Your gaze speaks louder than words. Notice her smile, her posture, the way she moves. Let your eyes follow naturally, not awkwardly. When she catches your look, don't look away immediately. Hold it just a second longer. That small pause shows attraction without saying a word. 2. Confident touch. Not every touch is the same. Forget nervous or casual touches. Choose confident, purposeful touches. A hand on her lower back as you guide her. A light pull closer during a conversation. These small actions say, "I notice you. I want you." 3. Calm, honest words. Sometimes just say it simply in a normal conversation. Pause, look at her, and say something like, "You're distracting me. I can't focus when you look like that." Say it with calm confidence, not neediness. Desire that comes from strength is attractive. Desire that comes from neediness is not. The key? Make her feel wanted, chosen, and appreciated for who she is. Desire is not just about attraction. It's about showing her she matters in a way that keeps the spark alive. Need number 2, the power of emotional rhythm. Here's something most men never realize, and understanding it can completely change the way you experience attraction. Women don't want a partner who is the same emotionally every single day. They don't want someone who always reacts the same way, feels the same way, or shows the same energy constantly. What actually attracts them is emotional variety, but built on a foundation of safety and stability. Write helpful in the comments if you watched attentively. If a woman can always predict what you'll say, how you'll react, or what mood you'll be in, you might feel dependable, but to her, you slowly fade into the background. You become like furniture, safe, comfortable, but ultimately invisible. Predictability kills excitement. Emotional contrast sparks curiosity. When your feelings and energy naturally shift, sometimes playful, sometimes serious, sometimes calm, sometimes intense, her brain stays engaged. She notices you more because she can't fully read you. This doesn't mean being cold, confusing, or unstable. It means being human, dynamic, and alive.
Here's how to do it the right way.
1. Vary your emotional energy naturally. Some days you are warm, joking, and fully present. Other days you are focused on your work, goals, or personal life. You still respond, but with less emotional intensity, not because you're upset, but because your life moves forward. This shows balance, not distance. 2. Mix depth with lightness. Some conversations are meaningful, talking about dreams, values, or life goals. Others are fun, playful, or teasing. Switching between serious and light keeps things interesting and prevents emotional boredom. 3. Surprise her occasionally, not all the time, just sometimes. A spontaneous plan, an unexpected compliment, or a confident decision can create memorable moments. These small surprises break the routine and spark emotional excitement. When your emotions have movement, your presence feels alive. Mystery keeps her attention. Attention builds connection, and connection keeps attraction strong. Need number 3. The power of independent thinking. One of the quickest ways for a man to lose attraction is by always agreeing with everything a woman says. At first, being agreeable might seem polite or charming, but very soon it makes a man forgettable. When you never challenge her, never share your own perspective, and always say yes, you don't come across as kind or caring. You come across as empty. Men who constantly agree are easy to overlook.
Why?
Because real attraction is not built on saying what she wants to hear. It is built on having presence, showing confidence, and having a clear mind of your own. When you respectfully challenge a woman's ideas, something powerful happens in her mind. She starts paying more attention to you, not because you are arguing, but because you show that you have your own thoughts and values. She experiences 3 things immediately. First, she senses your strength. You are not bending to please her or trying to avoid conflict. You show that you can stand your ground, which signals confidence and security. Second, she feels your independence. You are not emotionally dependent on her approval. Your opinions exist on their own, and you don't need her agreement to feel validated. Third, she sees your identity. You have your own beliefs, values, and perspectives. You are not just echoing her thoughts or looking for validation. This gives you respect, and respect is a foundation of attraction. Right? Yes, if you want more of this content. Challenging a woman intellectually does not mean being rude, argumentative, or aggressive. It is not about winning a conversation or proving her wrong. That kind of behavior destroys connection. The goal is not to dominate. The goal is to express yourself with calm confidence. When she says something you don't agree with, don't stay silent because you're afraid of upsetting her. Calmly share your perspective. You might say things like, "I see it differently. That doesn't fully make sense to me. I have another opinion on that." Say it without anger. Say it without needing her to agree. The real power is not in convincing her. It is in standing firm in who you are. When you express your opinion without tension or defensiveness, you communicate security. You are showing that you are not seeking permission to be yourself. This kind of confidence makes your words meaningful. Many men fear that disagreeing will push a woman away. The truth is, respectful disagreement often brings her closer. It shows that you are a man who cannot be easily controlled or manipulated. That creates curiosity. She begins to engage more, explain her thoughts, and explore your perspective. What seems like a simple conversation turns into mental stimulation. And mental stimulation is extremely attractive. A woman does not want a mirror that only repeats her own thoughts. She wants a man who challenges her, makes her think, and introduces new ideas. Someone who offers a fresh perspective. Someone who encourages her mind to expand. Standing in your truth without hostility makes you memorable. Remember this, you are not here to win arguments. You are here to stand firm in who you are. Respect comes from resistance. Attraction comes from respect. A man who can calmly say, "I disagree," without fear naturally draws attention and admiration. When you think independently, speak confidently, and remain calm while expressing your own ideas, you create a magnetic presence. Women are drawn to men who are self-assured, strong-minded, and unapologetically themselves. This is the essence of intellectual challenge, and it is one of the most powerful tools for creating lasting attraction. Need number 4. The hidden spark of attraction. Many people misunderstand this need. It's not about sex itself. It's not about touching constantly. It's not about flirting openly or saying inappropriate things. The hidden spark of attraction is much more subtle. It's an invisible energy that flows quietly between two people. Even when you're talking about normal topics, work, daily life, random events, there should be an underlying sense. We are drawn to each other and we both feel it. This energy is what separates a man who creates chemistry from a man who feels like just a friend. Without it, interactions feel flat, safe, predictable, boring. With it, even silence carries meaning. Every glance, every pause, every small gesture becomes charged. So, how do you create this spark? Not through words alone, not through effort, but through how you carry yourself. The first tool is your eyes. Eye contact is incredibly powerful. Most men either avoid it or overdo it. Don't stare too intensely. Don't look away nervously. Instead, maintain calm, steady eye contact. When she speaks, look at her fully. Not just her eyes, but her expressions, her subtle movements. Occasionally, after she finishes a sentence, pause for a moment before replying. That small hesitation builds awareness and quiet tension. Next is closeness. The distance between you matters. Standing too far feels distant. Standing too close feels forced. Find a natural closeness. Sit or stand near her without invading her space. Let your presence be felt gently without trying too hard. You don't need constant touch, just natural proximity. Your voice also carries this energy. How you speak is more important than what you say. Slow down slightly. Lower your voice when the moment is personal or meaningful. A calm, controlled tone communicates confidence, and confidence naturally attracts. Silence is another key. You don't have to fill every moment with words. Sometimes after she says something important or playful, pause. Smile lightly. Let the moment exist without interruption. These pauses allow feelings and emotions to surface naturally. Touch, when done intentionally, strengthens the spark. It should be light, brief, and purposeful. A touch on the arm to emphasize a point, a guiding hand through a crowd, or a small contact that feels natural. One intentional touch is far more impactful than frequent nervous gestures. Share this video with anyone who needs this information. Why does this matter? When this subtle energy is present, her attention sharpens. She isn't just listening to what you say, she is feeling the moment. Her body senses your presence, and her mind becomes more engaged. She may not consciously label it as sexual tension, but she experiences it. Combine this hidden spark with intellectual engagement. Challenge her thoughts while keeping this quiet attraction, and you become unforgettable. You are not just a kind man or a smart man. You are someone who makes her feel something rare. This spark is not optional. Without it, attraction fades. With it, connections grow deeper. And when it exists naturally, everything else in your interaction becomes smoother, more magnetic, and more memorable. Need number 5. Make her feel you are unstoppable. One of the most powerful secrets in attraction is creating the feeling that she could lose you. By this, I don't mean threatening her, playing cruel games, or being mean. I mean living your life in a way that shows you are independent, happy, and complete on your own. You have your own path, your own ambitions, and your own purpose. While she may be part of your life, she is not your entire world. Many men make the mistake of revolving their lives entirely around the woman they like. They cancel plans with friends, give up hobbies, or put their work or personal goals on hold just to be available for her. At first, this might seem like it impresses her. She may feel special for a short while, but over time, this behavior sends a hidden message that you need her more than you need yourself, that your happiness depends on her. And this kind of neediness can destroy attraction faster than almost anything else. Women are naturally drawn to men who are independent. They are attracted to men who have their own life, ambitions, and interests. Men who are emotionally strong and self-sufficient. When a man shows that he is already fulfilled, happy, confident, and satisfied even if she isn't in his life, being with him becomes something she values. She sees that being with you is a privilege, not a guarantee. And this is exactly where attraction grows stronger. Being independent doesn't mean being cold or distant. It doesn't mean ignoring her needs or refusing to invest in the relationship. It means maintaining balance in your life. Keep pursuing your work, your passions, hobbies, fitness, and personal goals. Maintain friendships, go on adventures, and chase experiences that excite you. When you live a life that is full of your own fulfillment, it naturally shows confidence and strength. And nothing is more attractive than a man who has his life together without depending on a woman to feel complete. When she sees that you are emotionally stable and independent, she feels a quiet, irresistible pull toward you. She senses that if she doesn't give her best, you will not crumble. You are not desperate. You are not constantly seeking attention. You are with her because you want to be, not because you need her to survive. That choice, that calm confidence is highly attractive. It makes her want to invest herself emotionally, to show up, and to earn your respect because she knows you won't accept anything less than mutual care and appreciation. On the other hand, desperation destroys attraction. Men who are clingy, needy, or always seeking reassurance create tension and pressure. Women can sense when a man's happiness depends on her. It doesn't matter how good-looking, rich, or kind he is. If he acts needy, she loses interest. When everything in your life revolves around her validation, she feels less excitement, mystery, and challenge, the very things that make desire alive. By showing that you are confident, self-sufficient, and living a full life, you increase attraction immensely. You are sending a clear signal. She is your choice, not a necessity. Being with you is special because she gets to share her life with a man who is already thriving independently. This doesn't mean ignoring her, being arrogant, or withholding affection. It means you have a strong foundation first. You are emotionally strong, centered, and capable. Your attention toward her is a gift, not a requirement. If you learn something new, write "I learned" in the comments. Being okay without her does not make you cold. It makes you magnetic. It makes her appreciate your presence more deeply. It makes her want to contribute to your life, engage with you, and build meaningful experiences together. She begins to see you as someone rare, someone who cannot be easily replaced. This is one of the strongest psychological triggers in female attraction. When she senses that she could lose you, she invests emotionally in ways she wouldn't if she felt safe and guaranteed. Ultimately, this is about balance. You can love her, enjoy her company, and give her attention, but never at the expense of your own life, happiness, or goals. Your independence is your strength. Your fulfillment is your magnet. The man who lives fully, freely, and confidently on his own naturally becomes irresistible. He doesn't need anyone to complete him. Yet his choice to share his life with her makes him impossible to ignore. Need number 6. The power of silent confidence. Silent confidence is one of the most effective ways to attract women, and it works very differently from what most men assume. Many confuse leadership with being controlling, bossy, or showing off power.
But true leadership is far from that.
Real leadership is quiet. It is calm. It does not push anyone to follow you. Instead, it comes from being certain, composed, and confident in your choices, actions, and presence. When a man shows this kind of calm confidence, it makes a woman feel safe, relaxed, and cared for. And that is deeply attractive on a subconscious level. This kind of confidence comes from clarity. It comes from knowing what you want, understanding your direction in life, and being comfortable with who you are. You don't need to shout, argue, or dominate conversations. Instead, you naturally guide situations and take initiative in ways that feel effortless. You make decisions, plan ahead, and manage challenges without constantly seeking approval. Women notice this energy. They feel it. They instinctively sense that they can trust you to lead when necessary, and that trust automatically creates comfort and attraction. Imagine a man who is always unsure, constantly asking for opinions on minor choices, or hesitating at every step. That signals insecurity. It communicates that he cannot handle life's challenges confidently. That type of energy is stressful and unattractive. Women do not want to take on the responsibility of managing your life. They want a partner who can handle problems, make decisions, and move forward without needing endless reassurance. Silent confidence provides exactly that. This quality can show itself in small, everyday ways. It could be as simple as deciding where to go on a date instead of asking her to choose every time, or planning an evening out without constantly checking if it's okay. It can also be reflected in how you deal with problems, staying composed, not panicking, calmly finding a solution, and moving forward. Even your body language communicates confidence, standing tall, speaking clearly, moving with intention. Every small detail sends one strong message. You are in control of your life, and she can trust you. Taking initiative is another important aspect, but it must be done without aggression. For instance, at a restaurant or event, you can guide her gently, offering your hand, leading her through a crowd, or subtly deciding when it's time to leave.